How to stop chasing happiness and actually find it. Happiness is one of the most pursued goals in modern life. We are told to chase it, to optimize for it, to design our lives around it, to constantly ask whether we are happy enough. And yet something strange happens. The more directly people pursue happiness, the more elusive it often becomes. Moments of joy appear briefly, then fade. Satisfaction rises, then resets. The question returns, am I happy yet? Welcome to 10-Minute Books, where we explore the ideas behind the books that shape how we understand life, psychology, and meaning. Today we explore a powerful idea reflected across 3 influential works: A Guide to the Good Life by William B. Irvine, The Happiness Trap by Russ Harris, and Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. How to stop chasing happiness and actually find it. William Irvine begins with a Stoic observation. Happiness is not achieved by pursuing pleasure directly. It emerges indirectly from how you live. The Stoics noticed that when people constantly chase pleasure, they become more sensitive to discomfort. Small inconveniences feel intolerable. Ordinary experiences feel insufficient. The mind becomes calibrated to expect constant positivity. And when reality does not meet that expectation, dissatisfaction appears. The Stoics proposed a different strategy. Instead of maximizing pleasure, reduce dependence on it. Practice voluntary simplicity. Learn to appreciate ordinary experiences. Shift attention from what is missing to what is already present. Happiness becomes a byproduct, not a target. Irvine also emphasizes the importance of controlling desire, not eliminating it, but refining it. When desires are chosen deliberately rather than absorbed from culture, satisfaction becomes more stable. Instead of wanting everything, you begin to value specific things more deeply. Russ Harris approaches the same problem from modern psychology. In The Happiness Trap, he argues that the cultural obsession with happiness creates unrealistic expectations. People are taught that they should feel good most of the time. When they do not, they assume something is wrong. This creates a secondary problem. Not only do you feel discomfort, you also feel bad about feeling discomfort. The result is a cycle. You try to eliminate negative emotions, but the effort itself increases stress. Harris suggests a different approach. Stop trying to control every feeling. Accept that discomfort is part of life. Focus instead on values. What matters to you? What kind of person you want to be? What actions align with that? Happiness then becomes a side effect of meaningful action, not something you chase directly. An important extension of this idea is that emotions are signals, not problems. Discomfort often points toward growth, change, or misalignment. When you stop resisting these signals, you can respond more effectively. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi adds another perspective. In Flow, he studies moments when people are fully engaged in an activity. During these moments, self-consciousness fades. Time passes quickly. Attention becomes focused. People often describe these experiences as deeply satisfying, but something important stands out. During Flow, people are not thinking about happiness. They are absorbed in what they are doing. Happiness appears after the experience, not during the pursuit. This suggests a pattern. Happiness is often the result of engagement, not the object of it. When attention is directed outward toward meaningful activity, satisfaction increases. When attention turns inward toward evaluating happiness, satisfaction decreases. Flow also requires challenge, not overwhelming difficulty, but enough to stretch your abilities. This means that some level of discomfort is necessary for deeper satisfaction. Without challenge, boredom appears. Without engagement, attention drifts. Together, these 3 books reveal a powerful insight. The direct pursuit of happiness can interfere with happiness itself. because it creates constant evaluation. Am I happy now? Is this enough? Could this be better? This mental loop reduces presence. It turns experience into measurement, and measurement often reduces enjoyment. The Stoics would say, focus on appreciating what you have. Harris would say, focus on living according to your values. Csikszentmihalyi would say, focus on engaging deeply with what you are doing. None of these approaches require chasing happiness. They require shifting attention from outcome to process, from feeling to action, from evaluation to engagement. Another important factor is expectation. Modern culture often presents happiness as a permanent state, a stable condition that can be achieved and maintained. But psychological research suggests that emotions fluctuate naturally. No state is permanent. Trying to maintain constant happiness creates pressure. Accepting variation reduces it. Harris emphasizes psychological flexibility, the ability to experience a range of emotions without being controlled by them. This flexibility allows you to continue meaningful action even when you feel uncomfortable. And over time, this produces a deeper form of satisfaction. Not constant pleasure, but stable alignment. The Stoics also emphasized this idea. They train themselves to remain steady, regardless of external conditions, not by suppressing emotion, but by reducing attachment to outcomes. If your happiness depends entirely on circumstances, it becomes fragile. If it depends on how you interpret and respond to those circumstances, it becomes more stable. Csikszentmihalyi shows how structure contributes to this stability. Flow occurs when challenge and skill are balanced. Too much difficulty creates anxiety. Too little creates boredom. When the balance is right, attention becomes fully engaged. This engagement produces satisfaction. Importantly, this satisfaction does not require thinking about happiness. It emerges from the activity itself. This suggests a practical shift. Instead of asking, what will make me happy, ask, what is worth doing? Instead of asking, how do I feel? Ask, what deserves my attention? Instead of optimizing for pleasure, optimize for engagement and meaning. Over time, happiness follows. Another key insight is that chasing happiness often keeps it in the future. The next achievement, the next improvement, the next change. This postpones satisfaction. It turns happiness into something to be reached rather than something to be experienced. By shifting focus to present activity, this pattern changes. You begin to notice what is already working. You engage with what is already available. You reduce dependence on future outcomes. This does not eliminate ambition. It changes its role. Ambition becomes a direction for action, not a condition for happiness. You can pursue goals while still experiencing satisfaction in the process. Over time, this creates a more stable relationship with happiness, less dependent on outcomes, less dependent on constant progress, more connected to how you live day to day. The paradox is simple but powerful. The more directly you chase happiness, the more it escapes you. The more you focus on meaningful action, the more happiness appears. Irvine, Harris, and Csikszentmihalyi all point toward this conclusion from different angles. Happiness is not something you capture. It is something that emerges from gratitude, from values, from engagement, from alignment. When you stop chasing it, you create space for it to appear. That was How to Stop Chasing Happiness and Actually Find It, explored through A Guide to the Good Life, The Happiness Trap, and Flow. Which idea resonated most with you? Stoic gratitude, acceptance and values, or deep engagement? Let us know in the comments. And subscribe to 10-Minute Books for ideas that help you understand happiness, meaning, and the way we live. Because sometimes the best way to find something is to stop chasing it.